There are many videos available on the internet in which people claim that many mysteries related to the Bermuda Triangle have been solved. There have been many reports about ships or airplanes going missing. Some say the devil is behind this, while others say that it's aliens. Either way, today we're going to discuss 5 Bermuda Triangle mysteries that have finally been revealed. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Bermuda Triangle solved. Cool history. The Bermuda Triangle, formed by the joining of 3 vertices of Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, has a legend that many souls and ships have met their end in this area. Perhaps it's not the work of the devil or an alien. However, we can consider the stats because it has scientific proofs and theories behind it. Do you remember what happened in 1492? You guessed right, it was the year in which Christopher Columbus set sail from Spain with his 3 small ships. On the quest of discovering a new world, Christopher Columbus experienced 2 strange events in the Bermuda Triangle. The first was the appearing of tentacles under the water, which had the rumors that they could trap the ship until the crew died of starvation. The second event included the needle of the compass not pointing towards the north. Columbus and his crew thought that they were traveling to a new world where the normal rules of physics didn't apply. However, the truth of the matter is that the hairy tentacles we discussed were none other than seaweed. And the reason why the ship wasn't moving? Well, because there was no wind. And as for the compass actually pointed towards the north, magnetic north, not necessarily towards the North Pole. You may ask, what is compass variation? It's the horizontal angle between true north, North Pole, and magnetic north. The variation can vary from a few degrees to a whopping 180 degrees. The navigators nowadays keep this variation in their mind when deciding their routes. On the 4th of March 1918, during World War I, the USS ship Cyclops disappeared with its crew of 309 men without a trace. This event occurred in the Bermuda Triangle. The ship didn't even send an SOS call. During that time, the US was busy in World War I, so they never had the time and resources to conduct a full search operation for the Cyclops. When they did conduct the search later on, it was too late. Recent research showed that there was a storm in that area which was strong enough to sink the Cyclops. Number 4. The Bermuda Triangle mystery has been solved. Given that we're discussing the Bermuda Triangle, you must be familiar with all the stories now. The disappearing of the ships, the planes, etc. Some of the ships or planes have never been found. There are many theories available on the internet about these mysterious disappearances. There are many hypotheses available, like the presence of aliens, or perhaps even a sea monster. This story goes back to 1945. At that point, there was a squad of 5 American torpedo bombers who disappeared above the Bermuda Triangle, all without a trace. Afterwards, another plane was sent out in search of them, which too disappeared without a trace. Since that day, a total of 75 aircrafts and hundreds of ships have been lost in the Bermuda Triangle. The latest one was the disappearance of a ship named El Faro, which was a cargo ship in the year 2015. The ship was traveling from Florida to Puerto Rico, and it simply vanished from the radar on the 1st of October of that year. However, unlike the other ships, people actually found this ship on the bottom of the ocean in a wrecked up state. And that was on the 31st, about 30 days later. On the 20th of June 2005, the first Piper PA plane carrying 3 passengers disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle. There was another incident with a Piper PA plane on the 10th of April in 2007. Unlike the first plane, this one was not carrying any passengers. However, both of them met the same ending, and they disappeared and were never found. There have been other incidents too. For example, like in 1967, there was a man named Burak who owned a popular hotel in Miami. Burak went cruising with his father along the shore one day. After a few hours, the Coast Guard received a distress call from Burak stating that his boat had hit something and he needed help. The mysterious part is that when the Coast Guard went to tow him, they found absolutely nothing. The luxury ship with Burak and his father were vanished and they were never found. There are many other stories like this related to the disappearing of souls and ships in the Bermuda Triangle. What's the reason behind all this though? Well, there's a group of scientists who claim that they have an answer. These scientists are from the University of Colorado, and they claim that they've analyzed the weather images taken from the satellite of this area, and they say that they've noticed a series of hexagonal clouds over the area. Meteorologists propose a theory that these clouds can act as an air bomb, which can cause deadly blasts of air which exceed 170 miles per hour. This, in turn, can generate waves up to the height of 45 feet. This might explain what happened to the ships and airplanes. This theory has motivated many scientists to conduct additional research, which, in my opinion, is a good thing. Number 3. Mystery of the Bermuda Triangle finally solved. Up until now, we've seen many reasons and explanations for solving the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. However, the real question is, are these explanations even true? We can't even say for sure which are true and which are not. And for that reason, and that reason alone, the Bermuda Triangle case is not closed. Many people believe that aliens or sea creatures are behind this, while others think that they're hexagonal clouds causing it all. We won't know for sure unless there's proper research conducted. As a result, the Bermuda Triangle is considered to this day as being the cursed area of the North Atlantic Ocean. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says that all of the above mentioned claims are false, that there's no scientific proof or evidence regarding the unusual activity in the Bermuda Triangle. The Australian scientist Dr. Karl Kruszelnicki states that all the events which have occurred in the Bermuda Triangle happened due to errors made by humans. He also says that the number of missing airplanes and ships are pretty much normal for that area, particularly because that area is very busy due to all the trade and traveling that happens. Perhaps he's right, because if you do compare the traffic from that area to other parts of the world, it is indeed highly trafficked. Moreover, he also states that the pilots and the sailors of the missing planes and ships are also to be blamed, as they probably simply made bad choices. He also states that adverse weather could be part of the blame as well. Number 2. Have scientists uncovered the secret of the Bermuda Triangle? As we've discussed earlier, a group of university scientists may have finally solved the mystery behind the Bermuda Triangle. They believe that hexagonal clouds are the reason behind abnormal weather in that area. A NASA satellite orbiting 450 miles above the Atlantic Ocean captured the pattern of these clouds over the Bahamas. Well, the satellite captured something that seemed very strange to meteorologists. When they analyzed images, they found a series of hexagon-shaped clouds hovering over the Bahamas. Dr. Randy Cervini, a meteorologist at Arizona State University, states that hexagonal formation of clouds is very unusual, as the clouds never make straight edges. Most of the time, the clouds are distributed randomly. The range of these hexagonal clouds range from 20 miles to 55 miles across. These cloud formations can appear anywhere. However, the image analyzed by the group of scientists found something interesting. They found these clouds hovering above the west tip of the Bermuda Triangle. This is where there have been many missing reports of people, ships, and airplanes. You might be wondering that how are these clouds related to the disappearance of people, ships, and planes? The answer to this question might lie in yet another satellite image. This image was taken over the turbulent North Sea of the coast of the United Kingdom. Many hexagonal clouds were formed over the UK. The second image shows that there is a sea wind with a speed of 100 miles per hour, quite enough to sink a ship. These winds are so powerful that they also produce waves as high as 45 feet. You can imagine what these waves can do to a ship, and then carrying that debris along with the current. Number 1. Bermuda Triangle Mystery Solved by Good Mythical Morning. In this video, there are two guys who are trying to solve the mysteries regarding the Bermuda Triangle. They're trying to search the logical reasons and answers for answering the disappearance of ships and planes in this area. They start with the disappearance of 5 American torpedo bombers in the year 1945. This is the event that made the Bermuda Triangle famous. They found that Lieutenant Charles C. Taylor was in charge of the squad, and they also found that he reported his main compass and the backup compass had both stopped working. The last thing that the base heard from him was that the fuel in the planes was running out. The base then sends out a search party and they conducted a massive search for them. However, they found nothing. Even the debris of the plane was never found. The guys in the video note that it's kind of weird for 2 compasses to both stop working at the same time. However, it is possible. They also say that the pilot must have lost his sense of direction because he flew towards the sea instead of towards land. And last but not least, the debris was not found because it might have happened that the Gulf Stream took it all away. The Good Mythical Morning have discussed many other things in their video. You should go and check it out for yourself. So, has this mystery been solved? To date, there's no conclusive scientific proof that there is a particular reason behind the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. However, we can be sure of the fact that many kinds of research will be conducted in the future in order to finally solve the mystery and support the solutions with proper evidence.